Parents, is your child experiencing ADHD struggles? Or do they have immune difficulties? Are they potentially even experiencing seizures? Do they have developmental delays? Any difficult diagnosis? Or are you experiencing symptoms and have felt like you haven't gotten clear answers or left feeling dismissed? Well, if so, this video is for you and we can help. My own journey with chiropractic started when I was in high school and I started experiencing a lot of stomach pain. And I went to the gastroenterologist and they just gave me probiotics. And I tried to explain what my stomach aches felt like. I tried to explain what I felt like was contributing to them, and was left feeling very dismissed and just told, oh, just go take some probiotics. And then I had different suggestions. Oh, go gluten free. Oh, be dairy free, which I tried and was still left with stomach pain. And so, really, ultimately, feeling like I have this symptom, and the symptom is very real. But when seeking out answers, was left feeling like it wasn't severe enough for anyone to give me a real answer. And a lot of people are left in this boat of feeling like, whether that be with stress and anxiety, with stomach pain, with fatigue, especially. A lot of people are left feeling like when they go to providers for answers, they're pretty easily dismissed or just given a quick fix. And a lot of times that ends up being a medication to mask the symptoms. And for me, it was just even just a supplement. It was just saying, like, oh, you'll be fine. I'm sure it's really not that bad. Don't worry about it. And um, and unfortunately, it was really debilitating and caused me a lot of pain. And so it takes a lot of struggling to find alternative options, unfortunately. And that's one of the things that a lot of people say when coming to alternative or holistic healthcare is saying, hey, I felt like I tried everything, but I'm not getting any better. And so that leads me to eventually actually having back pain in high school and my dad suggesting I go to a chiropractor. And I thought, okay, sure, no problem. Like, that sounds like a good idea. I have back pain. I'll go to a chiropractor. And so my dad recommended me to a chiropractor that was in his office complex. And I went, and it immediately blew my mind. Immediately, I felt so much better. And I always try to remember that first time getting adjusted as a chiropractor now, because I try to remember what it feels like to be in someone's shoes and getting adjusted for the first time or going to the chiropractor for the first time, because I remember it blew my mind. And it was just like, oh my goodness, you mean to tell me I'm carrying around all this tension and I don't have to? Or even just building that brain body awareness and even feeling like, oh my goodness, I had no idea how much pain or how much tension I even really had. There's a saying, and it's most people have no idea how good their body is designed to feel, because most people spend their whole lives trying to stay just not sick or just not in pain versus saying, how do I reach optimal health? And it's so true, because oftentimes people don't even know what their potential is or how good they could potentially feel, because we're just focusing on, oh, we're just not sick. So I get adjusted, I feel so much better, and I start realizing as I'm getting adjusted for back pain how much chiropractic impacts everything else in my body, including my digestive system and my stomach pain. And so it was really one of those things where I would say that's really the moment I decided I wanted to be a chiropractor, because I thought there's something here and my body feels so much better. And now as a chiropractor, I look back and it's so amazing to unpack all of the things. And I actually, a little bit later, a couple of years later, had neck pain and I slept wrong and my neck was crooked and I actually was in a different state at this time, and my mom was like, why don't you go to the chiropractor? I couldn't move my neck. Classic example. And I went, and at this chiropractor, they actually did a lot of education and education that I didn't ever know. I had been seeing a chiropractor regularly for years, and I went to this new chiropractor in another state, and they started talking about all the benefits out basically beyond just back pain. And that's truly when it clicked. I knew that I felt better when I was going to the chiropractor. I knew that my digestive tract felt better. I knew I had less stomach pain. I knew I slept better. I knew these things, but it wasn't until I went to a chiropractor like several years later that really like started talking on what the nervous system was, how the nerves that exit your spine go to every cell, muscle, tissue, and organ in the body, all of these things, and diving into it. And I thought, man, this is it. There's so much here, and this is so powerful because at the end of the day, the nervous system controls everything. Like I said, the nervous system, the nerves that leave your spine, they go from the brainstem to the spinal cord. They go to every muscle, cell, tissue, and organ in your body. And so the nervous system is truly the command center of the whole body. And when the nervous system is dysregulated, there's effects in so many different ways that you can feel that. And so that's why no matter if I took out gluten or I took out dairy or I added more probiotics, if your nervous system is dysregulated, you're constantly trying to add new things to the system versus really getting a good foundation in the command center. And so it's really the foundation really of optimal health is regulating your nervous system, and then everything else on top of that is just kind of extra. It really is talking about the power that's in the body, and the power that heals the body is really it's already in the body. And so we talk a lot about the adjustment is not adding anything new to the body. The adjustment is not adding a new supplement. The adjustment is not adding a new medication. The adjustment is giving the body, eliminating tension, misalignments, subluxations, so that the body is able to function optimally. And it's so cool when the body is just given support. Honestly, our bodies go through so much. We go through so much physical stress, mental and emotional stress, environmental stress, that when our body is just given tools, then it's so capable and so powerful. And it's really just saying, hey, I do so much for you constantly. Just need a little TLC. And with that, what it's truly capable of versus constantly trying to add new things to the system. And not that those new things don't have value. I mean, vitamins and minerals are an essential part of our body functioning and things like that. So not that those are bad things, but that let's start with a foundation, and a foundation is a regulated nervous system. And then you can really go from there. But without the command center functioning properly, it's really difficult to continue to try to add things when the body is saying, I already have everything I need to succeed. So that's my story with chiropractic. I also have a really cool experience with my brother being on the autism spectrum and having pretty severe developmental delays. And the first time my brother got adjusted, he just laid flat on the table. And if you're familiar with kiddos on the spectrum or with different special needs, that can be very difficult. It's not always just like telling an adult to lay face down. And the fact that he laid down flat on the table during his adjustment was so powerful to me because it just went to show that his body knew inherently that it felt good or that it was good. And so, especially he has very limited verbal communication. And so having him choose to want to get adjusted just goes to show the body is saying intuitively, I know this is good for me, and I know this feels good, and I want to be regulated. I want support. I want that TLC. And so being able to adjust my brother, but even just seeing the power of chiropractic in that is so powerful. We talk a lot about how individuals like him, for example, it's when we talk about nervous system regulation, It's just not possible to teach him how to meditate. It's not possible to, show him breathing exercises. He just cognitively is unable to be able to understand those things. And so, how are you able to regulate his nervous system? And that's through the power of chiropractic. Chiropractic being something that's quick, something that's simple, and something that immediately sends signals to the brain to relax. And just the power of that in something that's quick and accessible for kiddos who are young and maybe too young to learn some of these stress management techniques, or are delayed or cognitively not there to be able um, to understand exactly some of these concepts just yet. And so that's one of the really powerful things in my own journey, and why I love working with kiddos who are struggling either on the spectrum, developmental delays, or with multiple different things. But it really is a big part of my heart. And also to work with moms who are saying, why am I so fatigued? Why do I have so much burnout? Why do I have so much stress, etc.? And us saying, you know what? There is answers, and healing is possible, and you can feel good again. And so let's get to the root cause, and we can do that through one, the adjustment, but two, our scans that really help us quantify. And two, one, we're able to quantify, but two, we're really able to validate. Hey, you know what? Like, there's more going on beneath the surface. This isn't just in your head. And let's affirm that what we're seeing on your scans really resonates and is reflects some of the things that you may be seeing physically in your kiddos or in yourself. And so having the scans as a method and a tool to, one, to quantify, but two, to just see really what's going on is such an amazing and powerful tool. And then being able to unlock that potential through the power of chiropractic. So we'd love to see you at Sun Life Chiropractic. We'd love to do some scans. I'd love to meet you and your family. It's a big passion of mine to be able to help others reach their full potential through the power of chiropractic, but truly to say that when we talk about, we want you to know how good your body is designed to feel, not just to not be sick, but to really to reach for your optimal potential. And so we look forward to helping you and supporting you on your journey to health. Look forward to seeing you soon.